Hello, everyone, and welcome back to From the Banking. Another first for us. This one is going to go onto YouTube. Once we're done, once everything's all sorted, this one's going to go onto YouTube. I am today joined by my usual partners in crime and the people that keep me in check. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.
Hello, hello. How are you today, John?
I'm not bad. I'm not bad. How's you?
Ugh, I just woke up, so fantastic. How about you, Aaron?
I'd has to a rugby gym circuit in the pouring rain, so I think that says enough.
Oh,
But I'm alive.
Oh, how are you getting? You managing to get warmed up though?
Yeah, I got on about an hour or two ago, so survived. Had some pasta. Happy days.
Excellent, excellent. Well, today, guys, we're going to be talking about merchandising across motorsport, whether it be Formula One, touring cars, local meets, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be talking about the different pricing of it. If we think there should be anything else that the teams can do to draw people in to buy the merchandise, and what we all think of it. And I think, looking at your background, Aaron, you've got quite a bit to say on this. So fire away. You can start with this one.
Yeah, right. I'll start. So I think we'll start on the pricing of merchandising today because it's a hotly debated topic most of the time. So obviously, motorsport not a cheap sport at all. Whether it be for the drivers, for the fans buying merchandise, it's not really going to be cheap. However, as you can tell behind me, I've got quite a bit much. So, yeah, I think if we're talking about motorsport merchandise, you've got to look if you're going to look at the prices and it's too expensive and rah 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 about that. You've got to look at other sports as well to compare it. Like if you're looking at American sports, particularly like the NHL and NFL, if you look at that compared to like buying like a motorsport themed top, I've just got a microphone there. Then you obviously look at the prices. I think like the NFL sell jerseys like £250 a pop, and it is crazy prices compared to like stuff you get in motorsport. So honestly, with motorsport prices, when you get the debate of it, I don't think it's that bad. You know, yes, it can be expensive, but then again, there are other options like maybe a Lego car, for example, or just hats like Napa. There's plenty of options around motorsport. It's not just limited to like getting a top or anything else like that.
That's very, very true. But I think in the grand scheme of things, merchandise, whether it like you say, whether it be t-shirts, whether it be thing, it is literally there to bring money in, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
that's the main goal of it. It's not because the fans have to be wearing that. It's just to make money.
yeah, I mean, to us, not a fan always wants a bit much. I mean, I love a bit much. For like McLaren or whether it be for Napa or Accelerate, any of that. I think a lot of fans would agree with me on that. That merch is quite a cool part to and quite a cool way to represent
Yeah,
sort
it
of
does
the
show your
sport
allegiance
and
to a
sport.
team, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, definitely does. I mean, I think motorsport is quite good for it because you do get quite a lot of options around the place. I
But
mean, I don't know what you guys think
do
about
you
it.
think there's enough options?
There could be more. I mean, like, I'd like to see some more options of stuff. I mean, because when you think motorsport merchandise, you do think mainly like just hats and tops. You don't really get many other options. Like, I'd love to see like some, I don't know, coasters or whatever from McLaren. Why not?
Hmm
Why just random stuff like that? It'd just be
hmm
cool to have. Chuck on your
Well,
desk.
hmm
McLaren I keep getting all these things on my feed about like phone covers, McLaren phone covers
Yeah,
and stuff like that. I mean,
front pages
Yeah.
direct.
I don't know if these are fakes or if these are not fakes. But what I will
If
say,
it's from Quad Lock, then it won't be because
mhm,
Oscar Piastri was gets sponsored by them. So
yeah,
if it's from Quad Lock, then no.
hmm One thing I will say is though, when it comes to the merchandise, and I've spent a lot of time in different countries around the world, and there is a lot of fakes out there, and some of them are really, really, really good, and I can't. Sometimes I sit back and I can't justify how these teams. I don't even think it's the teams that set the prices. In all honesty, I think it's the like the F1 store or the Castor store or whatever it is. How they can justify the markup they've got when these
Yeah,
countries like Thailand, China, and that can put it out for a third of the price.
I would say supply and demand. I mean,
Hmm
you look
Yeah.
at like the Formula One merch compared to like the touring car merch or whatever. Or like I'll use my local football team for example compared to like Scotland. Like a Scotland football top probably put back about £100. On my local football tops be like 50. You know,
Hmm.
it's all to do with supply and demand really. Because I know if my local sell their shirts for £100, nobody's going to buy it. So it sort of goes
Mm.
like
But
that.
do you not think if Formula One having the global reach that it has, I know we're picking on Formula One here at the moment, but
Yeah,
the global reach that Formula One has, they wouldn't have to inflate their prices to make loads of money because they're going to make loads of money anyway.
yeah, yeah. I've got a fair point there to be honest.
Or do you think the prices are set that high because they know they'll get it and they're just that greedy for the money?
I wouldn't say greedy, but I would say they're probably that high because they know people are going to buy it and they know to make a bigger profit off it.
Hmm.
Which,
But
when you look at it from
is that not greed?
yeah, I mean, it is sort of marketing's about now, isn't it? I
I'm
mean,
playing devil's advocate here, by the way.
yeah. When you look at it from a marketing point of view, then of course, if you put it on £50, everyone's going to buy it. But then if you price it up and up and up until people stop buying it, you're going to put it as high as you can where people still buy it regularly. And I mean,
Hmm.
it's always going to be like that. I thought that's just the way merchandising works, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I
I
think
Sorry,
I think
Amber.
the one thing is all right. I think the one thing we haven't talked about is obviously the how much it costs to produce these items.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
that's a good point.
the yeah, because while yes, again, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Yes, the t-shirt might be 100 quid, but it may have cost F1 90 quid to make, for example.
Well,
Yeah,
So they
can I
still
quickly
need
show
to,
you this, Amber? Quickly show you this, right?
yeah.
So this is uh, a gilet, a McLaren gilet from the Castor store, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't particularly cheap. This here
yeah.
is the latest rain jacket from McLaren, right? That was a gift, so I don't know how much that was, but I know it wasn't cheap because it comes out of the joint account. But last year at Silverstone, the F1 store had what they called the F1 outlet. So this was all
Mm,
the previous year's teamwear, right? So I got this uh,
Oh, that's quite
stake
nice actually. Yeah.
stake team
yeah.
t-shirt. I got McLaren t-shirt. I got a Ferrari t-shirt. Every one of these was 15 quid because it was out of date.
15.
15 quid because it was a year old. It wasn't the current
Mm,
teamwear. So if they can sell it for £15 and still make a profit, why can they not
mm,
bring the prices down of
Yeah.
the current stuff? You know what I mean?
That's a
mm,
good point to put into it. So I think everybody who's listening to this will be thinking, well, how much is a current year top go for?
Well, you see, at the moment, we're currently in limbo. At the time of this recording, we're currently in limbo because the new season hasn't started.
Yeah.
They haven't released the new things. But places like Castor, for example, they used to, I don't know if everybody knows this yet, but Castor don't make McLaren team kit anymore. It's moved to Puma as of 2026. So Castor have a really big sale on just now. So a polo shirt, I have one here from 2024. One of these ones, but the new style was £80. And if you go on the website today, as of this recording, it's down to 32. And they're still making a profit and they're still shipping them out.
Yeah.
mhm.
I mean,
I'm
it
just
does
looking
bring a
on
good
the,
bit.
sorry, I'm just looking on the Ferrari web, the Ferrari F1 store section.
Hmm.
And again, they're on a clearance. They're selling a hoodie like what I'm wearing now.
Hmm.
Would have originally been £108. It's on clearance for £54.
Hmm.
And again,
How
there's
much was the
certain
original
things
price, Amber?
£108
So
exactly.
they've basically 50% off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying
Wow.
to think, see if there's anything else interesting or um
But they're
if
obviously
you guys
still
keep
making
talking,
a
I'll keep
profit on
looking.
it. They're still
Yeah,
making a profit on it.
must
But
be.
why can they not? Do you know what though? There's a lot of people with money in motorsport and go to watch motorsport, but that doesn't help the people that have probably saved for 12 months to buy a single ticket. They
Yeah.
can just about
Mhm.
afford to go to the Grand Prix. so they don't have any spare money when they get there. It doesn't help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
I
think
think
sorry,
yeah,
Aaron, on
go
you
on.
go. No,
All
fire
right, I'll
in,
go
fire in.
on. I think F1 especially is very expensive for the merchandise. Which I think is why these are quite popular that the F1 hats you do get because they're very compared to the tops at least very affordable. Um, in terms of not 108 quid for a Ferrari top, maybe like 30 quid for a Ferrari hat instead, which
Mhm.
I think a lot of people would rather.
And I think that's where the likes of fan-made merchandise comes into effect. The likes you'll find on Etsy and Redbubble, where they're hello Shadow.
Hello, Shadow. You did say the
This,
cat would make an appearance at some point.
yep, here he is. Go on.
For all those that are not watching on YouTube, it's a lovely black cat that just walks right in front of Amber.
Yes. I would love him, but my God, is he a pain. Um, but that is where the likes of fan merchandise come in from Redbubble, Etsy, etc., etc. It's they can on Etsy. I know they can set their own prices, and typically they tend to be a lot cheaper. For Christmas this year, I got my partner a Charles Leclerc phone case because he is absolutely obsessed with Charles Leclerc, but admittedly it didn't fit his phone. But regardless, um,
Still got it. He still got it. That's fine.
exactly, the thought is there. It was 15 quid for the phone case.
Mhm.
And if I went on to Ferrari, you have to basically quadruple that price
Mm.
for just a
I
single
mean,
phone case.
Yeah.
so 60 quid for a phone case, I think, unless that phone case is going to protect your phone against a nuclear bomb, I think that is a bit expensive.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
like,
So that's when people fall to these fan made merchandise.
yeah, I mean, realistically as well, that phone case will probably be around the same strength as the fan made one. And all it is just a Ferrari logo stuck on it, maybe a couple sponsors, and it's made by Ferrari, so hike the price up. Why not?
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
totally understand. But do you know what, guys? I've just thought of something there. Um, see if when I'm not going to say if I'm going to say when this podcast gets bigger and bigger and bigger, does that mean that the new merch that's coming shortly, which I will talk about later on in this podcast, we can just inflate the prices because everyone wants the name? That sounds like a plan.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Theoretically, theoretically, yes. In the terms of like goodwill, probably no, but
No, no,
um,
it's not a thing that we
yeah,
would do, in all honesty. Um, Yeah, okay, I'll talk about it now. So we have been looking into merchandise for from the banking. We've been trying to put our heads together with different merch that we think people would like. So yes, there will be t-shirts, there will be polo shirts, there will be hoodies. But on the other side of things, he likes a hoodie, don't you, Aaron?
I'm always in a hoodie, aren't I? I mean,
Aye.
every single one on TikTok's in a hoodie.
Aye.
Pretty
So
much.
we're also things like water bottles, beanie hats, caps, possibly phone covers. I can see why the Ferrari one is so expensive, um, but I can also see how much they're making on it, if you get what I mean. Key rings, all that kind of stuff, and anything else that any of our lovely listeners would like to suggest, we can possibly brand it. So that is going to go live by the end of next week. It is on what they call a POD system, so it's print on demand. So on the website, there'll be a link. It'll take you to our store. You can choose what you like. They fulfill it and send it out for us. But yeah, the merch store is coming by the end of next week. Everybody excited for that one?
Very. I mean,
I,
I've got
I,
no
I
hoodie.
just waited for
So.
Amber to suck on her vape there before I asked that question.
We're just going, all right. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a question probably the viewers are going to be asking as well. How long will the delivery time take for the merchandise?
It's usually between 7 to 14 working days.
That's not actually that bad, to be fair.
It
That's
takes a
not
couple
bad, yeah.
takes a couple of days to print it, and then it will get shipped out from the manufacturer. Basically, the way it works, some people might know this already, but instead of having a massive outlay of buying all this stock and having it sitting somewhere and sending it out yourself, it's so much easier. Especially when we're doing this, when you have your stuff that you're doing, Amber has her stuff, I have my stuff. I don't particularly have time every single night to be going through stuff. That's assuming people order, by the way. Going through stuff, boxing stuff up, sending stuff out. It's so much easier if people can just click a link on the thing on the internet. It automatically goes to the company that make them and they ship it out direct. But it ships out directly from the banking packaging as well. So it's not just a brown box with a travel mug in it type thing, you know. And just so you know, guys, sorry on the podcast, you won't be seeing this, but if you are watching on YouTube, there will be pictures on YouTube of all the different things that we're going to be getting out there for the merch store. So yeah, it's going to be very competitively priced, and I've no bones about it, and I really couldn't care. We are literally making 50 pence to a pound on anything that is sold. So the prices you
Mhm.
see is more or less what it's costing to get it manufactured and sent out. Anyway, back to the merchandise for motorsport.
Yes, let's let's not make ourselves out to be some kind of gods.
Yes.
I think one of the things that I really enjoy, and I think a lot of people will enjoy, is how motorsport merchandise, especially Formula One merchandise, is becoming more easily accessible.
Mhm.
I mean, for example, I was able to get my 3 Formula One Funko Pops. I've got Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, and Max Verstappen. I was able to
Choo,
get
choo,
them
choo,
at
choo.
exactly. I was able to get them at my local game store for I think it was something like a tenner, something like
That's not
that.
bad. Yeah.
So it's becoming a lot more mainstream, obviously, with the new tiny little Lego figures, Lego blind bag, whatever. It's
Mhm.
becoming a lot more, not necessarily accessible, but it's becoming a lot more widespread. You can go down to your local Tesco as the Morrisons and you will see, oh, it's Red Bull or oh, it's McLaren. Like
Mhm.
you'll be able to find it more or less wherever you go, and you don't need to be paying these ridiculous prices.
Mhm. What I would
But
say is as well, just as a customer announcement type thing, that jacket that I showed you earlier on, the waterproof one, that's actually 3 years I've been waiting for that because the first year, the other half clicked on a link to the store. They took our money. They never sent it. It was a scam website that looked very, very, very like Formula One store. The second year, same idea again, except the money got refunded through the bank this time. So just be very, very, very careful when you're going onto these websites that it's not sending you to a dodgy
oh
link
yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Just on the topic of F1 merch being more accessible and that, I mean, like even at like, touring car weekends and that, if you go down, I want to say around Duffus area, they've got all the stalls, like all the random bits of merch and
mhm.
that. You get
Yeah,
some random
it used to be
bits
around the
there.
back
They
of
used to be
post
at the hairpin.
eight. Yeah.
Yeah, by the hairpin.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you get like the official stuff as far as I'm aware. Like I know what you mean down there, but there's I don't know what to call them. Like, there's like just I
It's
went
just a
down there
standard
recently.
wholesaler reseller, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be
They sell
fair with you,
some.
Aaron, that's where I got this, and this is the obviously
Yeah.
the Mercedes jacket, but that was £100 just for that jacket, and that was off the stall at Knock Hill at the touring cars.
Yeah. I mean, just get yourself one of these instead for 30 quid. I mean,
Yeah.
doesn't want to book a bucket hat. I mean, I'm just saying.
Here's the thing, Amber, being on the committee, and I don't want to bring them in to Tingy, but do you think there's anything in the pipeline for SMRC merch, for club merch, for the marshals merch? We did have hats at one point.
Mhm.
Now, I know the hats and that were given out free, and if you did so many
Mhm.
meets, you got this and you got that. But if they had a POD system that the local club level, I know Croft give out a lot of stuff, but I don't know if you have to buy that. Do you have to buy the Croft stuff? I don't know. I've never done
Yes.
Croft. You do. So like the Croft Marshalls hat and that you still have to buy
Yeah.
them, which
Yeah.
is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
'Cause I know SMRC did have a deal with a company a couple of years ago, and that's how we got the polo shirts and that. And
Mm.
we paid for them, we got them. I think that kind of dried up. Just wondered if there was something else in the pipeline for it again. That was all.
Obviously we did have that brief spell of getting SMRC Marshals Committee t-shirts. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember it.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's sitting at the minute, so I will happily admit I don't know what's going on. If it's
Mhm.
something that you think would be great or would be more
I
accessible
can
or
at the
highly
moment
used.
the moment it's I could only say for me it would be handy because
Yeah,
I would buy it, you know. It would need, like
yeah,
you say, it would need to be a guys, here's a wee poll on the Facebook page. Would you
yeah,
do you think that type of stuff?
that type of thing.
Obviously
Yeah.
on the SMRC page.
Yes.
I don't actually think I'm
The
part of the SMRC Marshals Club.
Yes, you are. I added you the other day.
All right. No, I've got the subscription for the SFMRC Marshals thing. I'm not sure.
Say that again, Aaron.
No.
I don't know. I don't know. My brain's just a bit lost. Just go on.
So there is a couple of SMRC Facebook pages. You have the general one that everyone can look at, and you also have the
Yeah.
Marshall's team page, which is the one that Amber's put you on.
Right.
So that's only for Marshalls.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. Got it. It's all confusing. I mean, it
Mhm.
makes sense eventually, but
Speaking of which,
I'm
Yeah.
skeptical.
I see it's all ready for logging your availability for this year.
Oh
Yes.
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 No, I was looking at that stuff last night. Yeah, it should be a good year of motorsport for non I'll be honest. Looks all good.
Mm.
I believe the first race is anti-clockwise as well.
Yeah, both days.
Yes. Both of.
And then we
Oh, God bless whoever's at the hairpin.
Uh,
oh yeah. No, I remember the first ever day I did marshalling. I was in assembly and they were doing anti-clockwise. And the mini race starting and they go full wide into the hairpin and then it just all just goes to I don't know. I just yeah, absolute
yeah.
chaos.
It must
I
be
remember
quite
seeing
weird
it.
for you in
Mhm.
assembly when they do anti-clockwise because they're still coming down the same way into assembly, but they're having to
Yeah,
do a U to get back out.
yeah. It does change slightly actually. We normally put them a bit further forward, but then obviously you've got proper U-turn, so you have to put them a bit further back, a bit more cramped, but we get there. We survived, so we're all good somehow.
Yeah.
Nah, assembly's good.
Yeah.
Mm.
So what do you think, Amber? Do you think there's enough merch out there for motorsport in general, or do you think there's the it's been the the smaller merch like the keyringy stuff,
Mm.
um, that's taken up by the I don't want to say the word and I don't want to tar anyone with this brush, but the counterfeiters.
Um,
Do you think it's not worth the big companies making this wee stuff?
yes and no, because F1 or F1 teams, I don't know, a keyring costs say £1 for them to manufacture. They're not gonna miss the pound that they made on a single keyring. They've got enough money to make God
Hmm.
knows how many keyrings at £1.
Yeah.
So is really, I guess, in a sense, seen as insignificant for them. And if they sell it, great. If they don't, also great. But in my opinion, I think that F1 teams really should be polling their fans, or just even if it's in person or through their newsletter or whatever, polling fans, seeing what they really want. Because I know I, for one, I don't need a new McLaren shirt every year. I don't need a new
Hmm.
Red Bull hoodie every year, as you can tell, because this one still says Aston Martin Red Bull Racing.
Hmm.
That was a long time ago. I don't need, a lot of people don't need or want new merchandise every single year because it will still say, oh, I'm a fan of Red Bull. Oh, I'm a fan of McLaren. Oh, I'm a fan of such and such.
Hmm.
And so, really, something new, something interesting. Like, for example, I gave a very good idea of a phone charger or a portable phone bank or portable phone charging bank. I
And
know
a phone
Aston
charger
Martin
bank
did
would be ideal, especially when you're at a circuit because there's generally no way to charge your
Yeah,
phone.
that is
exactly.
it's
I
quite a good
know,
idea, Fairbanks.
yeah, I know Aston Martin did one. I was only able to find a second-hand listing on eBay, but I know Aston Martin did do it, and I think if it's decent enough,
Hmm.
then loads of people will buy it, not just for when they're at circuit, but for, everyday life. I'm pretty sure you both carry a power bank to you at work or school just to ensure that your
Yeah, I
phone
know everyone
stays
over
topped
there.
up.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
But because
It's
these big
useful.
companies aren't making them, is that where your Etsy's and eBay's come
Yes.
in with somebody buying a cheapish power bank and putting a sticker on it and saying that's a McLaren one? There you go.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not official Formula One merchandise, but
No.
it's still a
I
power
mean,
bank and it's still Formula One themed. So
I
Yeah.
think when you get a sport as big as, well, not a sport, a series as big as Formula One, you're always going to end up with um merchandise that isn't really merchandise. It's the
Hmm.
um stuff made by people just in the living room or something. You're always going to get that. I mean, like you look at football and that as well. You always get some stuff like that as well there, and that's just such a big stage trip, really, isn't it?
mm,
Hmm. I think the one series I've seen that hasn't had that is actually, well, there's two, Formula E and Drift Masters. I've never seen fake merchandise for either of those series. Obviously, I've seen some of the Etsy stuff, but I think both of them is literally just
mm,
one candle that says
yeah,
this smells like a Formula E car or whatever. You know.
yeah. I think this is a Formula E cap. I don't know. I think I managed to pick it up somewhere. I think it was Knockhill. I picked it up, but it's got that written on the back of it.
Oh, it's the esports team.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
Um,
yeah, that's quite
Is
interesting.
that Formula E or is that, do you think that's the
no,
like the Dakar thing
That's
or
online, like you know where you get your video games
sim
like F1
racing.
25. It's
sim
the
racing? Okay.
Mercedes have their own team in
Yeah.
this, and it'll be on that. Which
Yeah.
Ah,
to think
but
about that you
again,
get.
that was it said it says AMG Petronas on the back, so somebody that doesn't really know, but they'll kind of have an idea about Formula One, they would probably think
Yeah.
that was a Formula One hat.
Yeah,
But that
Yeah.
hat itself was, I think, was £9
Yeah.
that's not
compared
bad.
to. Oh, I can't even show it now because it's fell off my thing at the back there. But there's a McLaren, no McLaren, a Mercedes F1 hat that we got free at
Hmm.
Silverstone. All the teams, well, I say all the teams that wanted to put something into the marshals goodie bag. And to be fair, that hat was about 25, 30 quid that we all got, and over the
Hmm.
six, 700 marshals that were there and support staff that everybody got one. That's quite a bit of money they've gave away, right
Yeah.
enough.
So, do you think that's something that happens at every Grand Prix, or do you think it'll just be something that happens at like home races for teams?
There's always freebies at every Grand Prix.
Hmm.
Um, but this year, Silverstone was quite specific. We got, I don't have the bottle out, it's in my box, but we get given water bottles from
I
Silverstone.
like that. That's quite
Aye.
good.
No, they were quite good because there was water stations everywhere, and it meant that they were giving us something that was actually useful because we could
Hmm.
fill this up as many times as we wanted, and we had water all the way during the day. But it does have that message on the back as well, which was quite good.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that. That's good
Yeah.
branding
Yeah.
on
So I think I've got a video on my TikTok somewhere about all the freebies we got at Silverstone this year. So
Think you do.
there was definitely the water bottle. Keychains you also get. I don't know what I've done with it now. It was up on the shelf, but it's probably not anymore because I've just broken my shelf.
Oh
You
no.
you get
it.
little things like this.
Oh yes.
And the more
That's quite
Grand Prix that it's like a little you get one at every Grand Prix that you do, like the British one anyway, and you can make it into a ladder.
oh, right.
You get that. What else did we get? Um, we got a pin badge. This year's pin badge was slightly different because it was the 75th anniversary of Formula One, so it was a special 75 one. That one actually sits on my Ovies. I'm going to take it off because I'm going to lose it one day. I'm going to be pushing something. Well, maybe not because I'll be flagging, but maybe pushing something. It gets caught in a wing, it gets ripped off. It's not one thing I want to do. I don't
So to
know.
stop that, you can, I assume it's one of those like pin in, it's got a little circle back.
No, no,
No?
it's a proper thing it on and hook the thing on and then push the wee clip down.
Oh, okay.
Quite good.
I take back what I was going to say then.
Over behind there, which you probably can't see, which I will just quickly do this. Move that round. Now you still can't see it. Behind there is my Marshall's tabard and stuff, and
Mm,
the
Oh, right. Yeah, I've seen what you tipped up
yeah.
before.
yeah, the meal vouchers and all that kind of stuff that you get, but that's supplied by Silverstone, that stuff.
Aye.
But then it's still pretty expensive to do a Formula One event anyway.
Yeah.
Yes, the camping is free. Yes, but you still got to buy your food while you're there. So it's either an Aldi, Lidl, Tesco, Morrison's, whatever. Not sponsored, by the way. Or you can walk down to
Feel free
But
to.
Silverstone.
if you're interested, give us a hit us up.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Aldi's, come
But
on.
you also
I'll be going
can walk
away.
down to Silverstone Village. There's a nice wee pub down there that does food, and they always leave a space for marshals. So there's maybe 5 or 6 tables out the back, as long as it's not raining, and they're reserved for us. Because I went down last year, with the other flag marshal that I was on chapel with, and it was like, oh, you marshal, you got your ID, so you show them your marshal ID, and go, there you go, there's the marshals area down there. The pub was jumping, but we still had somewhere to go and sit.
Oh,
It was
wow.
good. It was good fun. But yeah, you are. It's Silverstone Village anyway, but we were 25 quid for a burger and chips. I don't know if that was inflated prices just for that weekend.
Hmm.
But merch aside, you've got your cost to get there. If you've maybe 4 or 5 years going, you probably are better hiring a camper van. So you've got the cost of that, the cost of your food. Um, Once you're in the circuit, they do supply you with a lunch, which gets delivered to post. Um, but yeah. So merch aside, it's actually pretty costly to marshal the
Hmm.
Grand Prix as it is anyway, which is why I love having Knockhill only an hour away because I've now started. We now do full weekends at Knockhill. It's Saturdays and Sundays. I now go home on
Hmm.
the Saturday night and just come back on the Sunday morning
Yeah.
because I used
Um,
to camp out up there, and I'm just getting a little bit too old now to do that kind of stuff. And I've just realized I was looking at that camera and it was that camera that was on. Doing well today.
um,
That's going to look great on YouTube, isn't it?
yeah. I mean, I'm quite lucky to have not kill literally just. I think I go down like three different routes and then I get to not kill, which is like a 10-15 minute drive on a good day.
All right.
So I'm quite lucky with it. So if there's anything on not kill, whether it be like the testing before the touring cars, whatever, I can really
Which
just
do,
pop
do you
up.
know what though, Aaron? In all honesty, I'm probably only one, two, and I'm going to count that as one because it's one big, massive, long road. Three, four. I'm only 4 roads to get to Knockhill from where I live. So if I'll take out. You go out my
Take out the
street,
industrial.
you go down to the
Yeah,
main road and then onto the motorway. So I've got the main road and then I've got the motorway. Yes, it's 3 motorways, but I don't have to stop. It's a slip road, slip road, slip road. So there's 3 motorways. Then I come off to go over the Kincardine, the no, the Kincardine Bridge, the Clackmannanshire Bridge. So that's one big long road, and then I turn at Pow Mill. So I've really only got 4 roads as well.
yeah.
Really, really.
See, I don't know. I know you come from Glasgow side.
Yes.
Amber, do you come from the same side as yeah, West or East Coast?
I come from Perthshire side.
Right. So, do you go through like the really dodgy junction on the way to Knockhill, or is
Which
that just a
one?
me
There's lots.
thing? The one where you come down, you've got like a 180-degree corner, and it leads onto the road you're on, and it just cuts down like this, and it's very dodgy 'cause you can't really see around the corner, see if there's a car coming.
Probably, but I can't drive, so I don't really look at roads. I'm just kind of still
Yeah.
in the back seat of typically my mother-in-law's car and just half asleep.
Yeah, no, I mind on the morning of the October Sunday, the being it got
Mm.
oh, can't speak. The day that got called off. I remember sitting there in the heavy, heavy fog, going through this really dodgy junction, like holding on for my life. Obviously not driving. Mom's in the driver's seat, but it's terrifying. But we're
Wasn't
alive.
that the meeting that was it yourself, John, that put out a warning for a sheep on the road?
That's the
Yes.
one. No, it wasn't a sheep. It was a cow.
Cow, there we go.
I was coming over from it was the road from Pow Mill to the circuit, and halfway down that road, in the middle of the mist, I mean, it was like pea soup. My headlights just hit this dark shadow of a cow standing on the other side of the road, and I'm like, did I just see that? Did I not just see that? I got to the circuit. I went, did anybody else see that cow? Did anybody else see that cow? And there was 2 or 3 people that seen the cow as well. It wouldn't be the first time on a trip to Knockhill that there's been sheep on the road, deer on the road,
Hmm.
cows on the road. It's literally such a good place for the circuit because it's away from anything that is habitable, really, apart from
Mm,
farms and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
mean, it
going to
makes
get any
sense.
noise pollution and stuff.
It makes sense the
mm.
sheep being there considering Knock Hill is on a sheep farm or an old
Yes.
sheep farm.
Mm.
The Knock Hill is actually sheep farming, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years ago, actually, there was myself, Matt McElroy, John Kennedy, John Stewart, Jemima Stewart, JJ. We all walked up to the top of that hill. Oh my God, never again. It's easy until you get two-thirds of the way up, and then it's like a bah.
Was the view good? Was the view worth it? Or
The view was worth it, and if anybody's watching this on YouTube, I will put some pictures up of some of the pictures I took from the top of there because it was a lovely sunny. It was a bright night. 'Cause obviously touring car weekend, it's still quite light until about 9, 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, it
Mhm.
was it was good.
Oh,
I love touring car weekends. You just get the buzz around it.
yeah.
I mean,
Do
I
you,
mind.
I know you stay so close though, Aaron, but honestly, mate, see if you get the chance, camp.
Yeah, I might when I'm older, but for now, I'll enjoy my bed.
Because the circuit, for want of a better word, comes alive at night time. Because you get to walk about the garages, there's drivers mooching about.
Floating around. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the Saturday of this year's one I stayed for quite a bit. So I stayed for Napa, grid walk and all that. I'm not a grid
Mhm.
walk. What was it? Track
Track
walk.
walk.
Good think of it. Yeah, and it's just good fun. I'll be honest. I mean, I just you can't really describe the buzz around a touring car weekend until you've. It's only something you can know what it's like when you're actually there and experience it. For me,
Mhm.
because it's like
Also as well though, when you're what do I want to say? When you're when you're walking about the paddock in your oranges, you get attention off teams right enough.
Mm.
But you see when you're wearing the team's merch, come in, come in, come in, sit down here.
uh,
And
um,
they will. There's sometimes at night time they'll hand out merch as well. I think I've still got wipes, these wipes that mechanics use. We got boxes of them one year. They were just these lasses were just flinging them out to everybody.
the buzz around touring car weekend. I mind going into assembly on the Saturday of this year's touring car weekend, and I think the F4s were the first session, and it was just I was absolutely buzzing. Like I'm bouncing up and down like proper buzzing. Like yeah, go touring car, let's go finally. Um, and one of the other boys in assembly who I'm good friends with. He's just looking at me like it's a touring car weekend, whatever. You know, like, I've done this plenty of times before. It's touring cars.
Yeah.
You just keep
I
looking at them. I'm
I
like,
kind of get like that as well. Like maybe I'll just take post one, the last one I was at there. Walk down post one, open the gate and just walk onto the circuit. To me now, that's just normal. But to some people, they get so excited that they've managed to actually stand on the circuit and stuff like that.
no, that was definitely that I've definitely been like that before. Like the track walk, I was really excited for. I didn't really
Uh,
think about the fact that I could have gone for a track walk like the previous like 7 days of being not killed that year,
mhm.
but I had to wait till during the
Aye.
weekend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the same at like Formula One. So after every major race, whether it be again Silverstone, touring cars, Formula One, whatever's on, at the end of the day, they do open the circuits to the public. Silverstone, you could, as soon as the last race was done, they usually leave it about 10 minutes to try and make sure that everybody is off and try and get the marshals off their posts. Doesn't always work that way. So they should have been sending buses round for us this year at the end of the Formula One race, but we ended up having to walk it because people broke through the barriers. Um, but yeah, I get you. I totally get you because
Yeah,
that was the first time
I keep dropping this band.
I'd I'd walked on the track at Silverstone for the touring cars, but it was only really at my post, which was post 11. Whereas for Formula One, the first time I went to watch it, I was sitting round at what is now the Lando stand.
Yeah,
And we walked round the whole circuit, and that felt kind of special.
yeah,
But when I went back to the Formula One for Formula One there, I'm walking about the track at Chapel, and I'm like, it's just another bit of tarmac again, isn't it?
yeah.
But I totally get it. Totally get it.
I really want to go. I'm trying to convince my mum to go to Croft this year for the touring cars I'm not going to
Okay.
marshal the touring car weekend at Not Kill this year because it's sister's birthday. 18th birthday's on the Saturday, the touring cars.
It's all right. She'll have 19, 20, 21.
Exactly.
Nah. But yeah, I can't commit to doing Sunday. Never mind. No, the Saturday I'm definitely not doing. But yeah, the Sunday I might end up going up just as a fan and just going about interviewing people to do whatever. So you see me on
No,
Sunday.
no, no.
So.
You're going up to get exclusive TikTok footage. That's what you do.
I mean, I can't commit to marshal it, so if I'm free, I might as well. You know what
Because I
I
must
mean?
be honest, to see as soon as I get enough signatures for Formula One, I'll generally make sure I've got a buffer of maybe three or four. But I do
Mm.
try to at least one day, not one weekend, but one day, in a SMRC season, I will spend walking about, not on a post. Um, Again, it's for footage for different things, but it's also a chance to go around and speak to people on post as well that you wouldn't normally get to speak to during the day.
Mm.
Um, Plus, you get to go down to the Knock Hill merch store and stuff and stock up on all that kind of stuff. So is everybody? So we're all. Do you think we're all agreed that the Formula One merchandise is probably slightly overpriced?
I would
Hmm.
say heavily, but it's quite pricey.
I mean, I don't know what the current state of play is with it being the end of season. I know there is a lot of discounts and things coming on. But would any of you recommend buying from like Formula One store or that kind of stuff? Because you can also now go to the Adidas store and buy the McLaren stuff. Sorry, the McLaren stuff, the Mercedes stuff, because they've got a section in the Adidas stores. I don't know if you've got one kind of Edinburgh, Perth way. We've got one in Glasgow, and as soon as you walk in, it's just obviously the normal Adidas stuff, but then you get all the Formula One merch as well, and it kind of goes the same kind of prices as what you would get it online, which to me, a shop in historically a shop was always more expensive because they had the overhead, the staff overheads, the shop overheads, the shipping of the stuff to the store. Whereas online, it's generally in a big warehouse with less staff and they just package it up and send it out from there. You'd think that online would be cheaper, but they're not doing that nowadays. They're
Hmm.
just keeping it massive, massive markups across the board.
Yeah. I'm thinking, it's an interesting one because these brands, Adidas and Puma and Castrol or Castor, sorry, they are known to work and sponsor the various teams that we're on about. So you'll know that you're getting legitimate, actual merchandise from them
Hmm.
rather than, again, as we've been talking about, a fake or something that isn't 100% legitimate. So I've got no problems with the sponsors selling them.
Hmm.
And for the F1 store, obviously it's the F1 store,
Hmm.
they sell everything. To me, it makes sense. But when you go off of when you go away from the official sites, that's when things can start to get a little blurry, I guess is the best
Yeah,
way to say that.
whether it's like I said, we've had the experience with the fake sites.
Hmm.
But I'll put this to you. Do you think that I'm going to say the decent fake sites, right? Or the decent sites that sell the kind of fake merchandise, it is opening up to the less fortunate in the world. They can't
Hmm.
afford the big prices.
Hmm.
Um, but then I think would it still be classed as illegal, wouldn't it? Because they're making fake
I
copies of
believe
the
so.
original. Yeah.
Yeah.
But but then did they get round that the same for talking say your Taylor Swifts of the world? She redid the whole album. What did she changed like two words in each song to make it hers? All your fake has to
Something like
do is maybe change your sponsor from Pirelli to
that.
Pirello or something, and then I don't know. I
Hmm.
don't know. I feel it's not fair on some of these really, really passionate fans, but they're just not in a financial situation to go out and buy it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I think because these teams are they've got a lot of money. We know
Hmm.
this. It's when they should start doing like giveaways and things like that. Aston Martin was a prime example. They've got a fan club called IAM or IAM, where you sign up. It's completely free, and you can sign up to competitions, to giveaways, to things like that. And yes, it's obviously not guaranteed that you'll win, but there is a chance. And if more F1 teams kind of gave that opportunity, then potentially we could have that. Essentially, that's a way for people who are, say, well, you're still sorry, Aaron, you went black on my screen for a minute.
Sorry, yeah, no.
Potentially for a way for people who potentially can't afford it to get them, or I know at a Grand Prix, if you go to the fan stage that you were talking about, sometimes teams will have these t-shirt cannons or hats that they will just throw into the audience.
Hmm.
So uh,
I know
I'm saying,
the teams probably are trying their best to get
yeah,
it out to everybody. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But who do you think would be responsible for it's not something that we could ever do, but there's got to be some way of getting in contact with these teams to say, listen, we know you've got a margin to make. We know you've got this, but you've also got this market, which is very, very, very under fueled with goods because they can't afford it. But then you don't want to also have, say, buy a McLaren t-shirt without all the sponsors on it. And then so
Mhm.
you would say somebody would say, oh, somebody's bought the cheap t-shirt, it's not got the sponsors on it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, surely the sponsors should be taking on some of the cost to
You would
reduce
think so, yeah.
cost. Yeah. So Pirelli, I know they're on pretty much absolutely everyone's, but if they could take, I don't know, if they could pay 50 pence and take that off the cost of the final product because they've got their logo on it, or Android or Dell, I'm just naming ones that I can see, or
Hmm.
Petronas. If they could take off some of the cost, and Formula One teams have got enough sponsors that if it was 50 pence each, 20 pence each, whatever, they would be able to get their merchandise down to a decent cost,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
totally agree. Totally agree. So it's probably more on the sponsors to be putting more into it than,
Yeah,
yep.
because the sponsors pay to have their logo on the car, on the merchandise. So,
Hmm. Hmm. I do like how I know it's not merch, but is it Williams have done it? And I think Red Bull's done it in the past as well. And one race a year, they have like a competition to get your name put on the car. And they make
yes.
the design of the car, and it's actually got your name. I don't know how you would actually get a picture of your name, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Unless they had video from all sides in super slow-mo that you can 25,000 K that you could zoom right in and see it. But no, it's a good thing to say, oh, I had my name on that car until somebody says
Mhm.
prove it. But maybe Williams actually put it on, took a picture and sent you it as a personal photograph to say, look, there's your name on the car.
Potentially. It might be like what Napa did for the Race Against Dementia.
Ah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Nick Halstead, he did something for his last race in touring cars as well.
Hmm.
They just you put your name, you signed up, put your name in a little form, and then however long it was later, you'd get, at least with Napa, it was a full Google Drive folder full of photos of the various different names. So
Hmm.
potentially that's how they did it. I don't know.
Yeah. But like you say, giving back to people, I mean, that's probably one of the things that I would love to do with this. Um,
Mm,
if we get the money from YouTube, um, it could go towards things like at the end of the season, probably not this year. It would need to grow
yeah,
exponentially, but at the end of like 2027 season, every marshal at Knockhill would get something from us as a wee,
yeah,
there you go, even if it's just a water bottle or something.
yeah,
Because it's all about getting your name out there, isn't it? That's what these teams in
yeah.
whatever series you're in.
Hmm.
It's all about brand awareness. That's basically it. It's
Exactly,
brand awareness, isn't it? I
exactly.
think some of these ones they do like your I say Formula One, so your Formula Ones, but you've also got F2, F3 Academy and British F4. You don't see much merch for them when you're kicking about at these events. It's
Yeah.
all F1, all F1. I'm not saying there isn't any, but it's And I know F1 is the big thing, or touring cars is the. But you know what? Touring cars is the big event of the weekend. But when you go into these
Mhm.
merch stores, sorry guys, I don't know if you can hear the rain. I'm in the loft here, and I've got a massive Velux behind me, well in front of me. Um, you go to these merch stores at touring cars, and it is all the smaller stuff, um, but not the support series. You don't see any jackets from the
Mm.
mini challenge. You don't see any jackets from the legends. That type of stuff. But is that because the teams haven't had it made to get it sold?
I
Essentially.
don't
I
know.
mean,
We could literally go on about this for hours, couldn't we?
Yeah, we
I'd
could.
love to see some like Scottish Legends merch kicking about here there because
Oh yeah.
it's just any series really. Just some merch for it, like a hat or jacket, just anything like that would just be cool to get, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there is Legends merch out there, but it's really only for Legends drivers and Legends teams because I have seen the Scottish Legends do have a logo. That some of them have got beanies with the Scottish Legends logo on it.
Hmm.
Um, the other thing as well, I don't, I do it. I don't think I have to do it. I don't know if it's in the rules or not. But I will tend to lean towards a team that doesn't have a blue hat, a yellow hat, a red hat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
McLaren are quite easy to sport then.
Sorry?
McLaren are quite easy to sport then.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've
that's a
not.
lie. I've got a pink McLaren hat right
Yeah.
here.
You just don't buy
But
the pink one then.
but you know what? I think Aaron's actually hit on something there because again, and I keep going back to it, but at Formula One this year, the amount of marshals that were wearing McLaren team wear, and I don't
Mhm.
think 100% of that's going to be because they support McLaren. I think it's going to be because they don't want to have a red t-shirt on because
Mm.
it's kind of frowned upon, if you know what I mean. They
Mhm.
don't want even the stake one. It's black, but it's got flashes of bright green on it. And
Mhm.
if you're having, I know the rules are you should keep your overalls on all the time, but if it's sitting at 41, 42 degrees and you take it off and they come out for a practice session, it could be seen.
Yeah.
So I think there's maybe quite a bit of that involved as well.
Yeah. So Iron Brew should probably be getting on it and sponsoring because you know.
Good
Uh,
idea.
yeah. So you're welcome, Iron Brew.
The Iron
Aye.
Brew did something like that.
Just send every club in the UK just a whole bunch of merchandise. Here you go, and you'll probably increase your sales as well.
Aye. Iron Brew, just send crates of Iron Brew to every circuit in the UK. It's all orange. We're all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Could you
Except
imagine
Sounds
it
doing
down at
it,
like
but
Brands Hatch or something? What the hell is this?
don't, because I remember I took a can of Iron Brew down to Formula E not last year, the year before, and I was sitting drinking it, and the English marshals I was on post with wanted a taste, and
Mhm.
so I'm like, yeah, sure, no worries. So I poured them out, and they just went, "What the is this?"
Yeah. Well,
And I'm
we
like,
have, you probably know this, but in fact, Aaron will know this as well. We have a very popular gentleman that comes to Knockhill from the northeast of England. And every time he comes up, the teams buy him a crate of Iron Brew.
who is this on the right?
yes, our lovely photographer.
That's the one, Mr. Fisher.
That's the one.
I think I've heard of him. I'm not sure.
You'll definitely have seen him.
Is
Yeah.
he flat out photography?
No, that's John Stewart.
No,
Right. I'm not
he
there.
is just Lee Fisher Motorsport or Lee Fisher Photography, one
Yeah,
of the two.
yeah. Shout out to John Stewart, by the way. Good luck in the Motorsport Awards.
Yes, we have all voted for you, don't worry.
Yes. But yeah, Lee, I think it's the Legends drivers generally buy him a crate of Iron Brew every time
Yeah.
he comes up. Saying that,
Yeah,
I
because
can't go anything apart from Iron Brew. I don't like that sugar-free stuff. I don't like there's Iron Brew X and stuff. I'm not too keen on that either. Don't have,
no,
I've got a bottle of Iron Brew in the fridge here.
nah.
I just do my juice, G2O, give me some of that. I'm happy.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this in because it's going to go in the YouTube video, and I'm going to say and I just dropped my microphone. Ah, well, there's a bit for
Put the mic
YouTube
in the
or for the
microphone.
trailer. There's a bit for a trailer. Let me just put this back in. This is my cheap one. I'm waiting on my good one coming. Ah, right, there we go. That's solid. Right. So Iron Brew, if you're listening to this, Marshall's overalls with a big Iron Brew can on the back would look amazing.
It would. It
So
would
It
if you'd like,
would.
so.
if you would like to sponsor, even just sponsor the Scottish Marshals, the SMRC Marshals, we'd probably need, oh, I don't know, maybe about 100 overalls, different sizes. But if all else fails, just an orange Marshals uniform with an Iron Brew can and a From the Banking logo on the back for us three would be phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll happily take that.
But they need to be
Uh,
probing overalls.
yes, that's the only problem.
Aye.
So if you can't do overalls, then maybe like a t-shirt or a big like patch that we can sew on the back, or
Yeah, an Iron Brew patch would be quite cool, actually. I like that.
Oh, I got a new patch the other day. It arrived.
ooh,
I think Amber, you probably already have one of these, but
probably.
you'll appreciate what it is.
I very much do appreciate it.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh no! Well, if you don't know what this is, you will know what this is.
Oh, I've never been a Star Wars person, I'll be honest.
It's got
Get them off this podcast.
Too close.
no, these are not these. This isn't the best ones you can buy nowadays, are like the NeoPixel ones. But this is an original built at Disney in America. And
Quite cool.
you think the merch at Formula One's expensive. My God.
I have
I
got a
mean,
lightsaber somewhere.
as someone who owns three of the NeoPixel lightsabers,
Hmm.
probably at about the same price as what you spent on that one.
Yeah. And
So
Is this changing the
probably
podcast
better
like from the
quality.
ranking from the Jedi or something now? What?
no
No,
comment.
no. At least you know what the names are.
I know a little bit.
And yes, that is the Jedi logo, as far as I'm led to
All
believe.
right, good luck. I'll tell you
So you'll see
that.
that somewhere on my overalls, probably after the training day, because I don't want to get it mucky until after the training day. You're going to the training
So
day,
it
Aaron?
can.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Good stuff.
See, I've been kind of on the fence about going to the training day because I technically don't need it. Because,
I'm the same, but I always do every single year.
yeah,
It
I
is
don't
such
even
fun.
know what the training day is for. I'm just going because it's training, and why not?
So the training day
Yeah, well-
for yourself, Amber will know more about this being on the committee.
yes.
I'm not sure what you would do being 14. But
If you-
for us anyway, you would generally get some fire extinguisher training, so you get to put some real fires out.
It's as terrifying as it sounds.
Mhm. You
Yeah, it's
get
fun as it sounds.
get to roll a car. We did last year anyway. We got to roll a car off its wheels and then back onto its wheels. There is also generally a little bit of classroom training, because there is certain things, certain modules that you need for upgrades and all that kind of stuff. And the one that I really, really, really enjoyed last year was the down at the hairpin. I think it was organised by Lewis, if I'm
Yes.
remembering rightly.
Scenarios.
Brilliant. That puts you in the situation type thing. Yeah. So the training day can be good. It's really, really good that way. And it's not on all day generally. It's generally done by about 2, 3 o'clock, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this year will be the same, Aaron. Again, I don't know what you would get as a
Sounds like
14-year-old.
fun.
I don't know if they're allowed to let you put a fire out. Ellie
Come
Ellie
on.
was up.
Tell me
Yes.
Yeah. Ellie was up last year, which is weird because she was 16 at the training day last year, but she'll be nearly 18 when she goes to this one this year. It's just the way it falls with birthdays and things. But yeah, she got to put fires out and stuff as well.
I know little McElroy, she was able to put fires out with her dad, so
Oh, well, that should be fine then.
Right, happy days.
yeah.
And that was, and in fact, if I remember, she only had a hoodie on and a high vis last year. You've got the full
Yeah.
overalls, mate, so you'll be fine.
Aye.
Yeah, there's somewhere. Yeah, I realised them yesterday. I think they're in the bottom one, but I think that's at the very back.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, no, the back there. Right, we're good.
It
So
must be nearly all organised now, eh? The training day, Amber. Must be more or less there.
More or less, I think we're still working with Not Kill on where locations and such, but
Yeah.
because there will be the Borders Access Rally, I want to say,
yeah, it's on
around
the
the
first of
same
March.
time. So
Right.
they'll be
Aye,
setting
because
up
we're
for
what,
that.
28th of February, last day of February for the training day.
Wait, who's the
Yes.
how's the Borders rally on the 1st of March then?
Because that'll be the Sunday. We're training on the Saturday. And there's only 28 days in February.
Oh, of course, that's right. I forgot about February.
Well,
I was thinking it was like a
assuming it's
Tuesday or
not
something. We do have school.
assuming it's not a leap year.
No, it's 2025. I think 2026.
No.
No, it is 2026. I don't know.
Oh, I meant to say, Amber,
According. Mhm.
I forgot to add this into my lightsaber thing earlier on. I do have all the kyber crystals to change the color,
Oh, nice.
but like I said, the NeoPixel's a lot better because you can just twist it and change colors and stuff.
Yes. Press the button, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I was in Galaxy's Edge and I had to buy one, so you pay for the
Makes
experience.
sense.
It's 200, I think it was 250, 280 quid or something to do it, but it's more
Hmm.
the experience. You get to go into the
Yeah.
cantina and you get to have the person there as the actor doing the whole thing and building it. And
Yeah. See, if it was me, because I guess because I've already got a lightsaber, I would want to build a droid.
mm, there's a lot of people. The BB-8 ones look really good. I don't know how they
Yeah.
work, but they look really good.
Yeah.
Aaron's like, was BB-8?
No, no,
Exactly.
movie is not that bad. I play like the Lego Star Wars games, but I've never watched Star Wars. That's what I'm missing.
I think I've got one question for you. It was actually yourself, Aaron, that brought it up. Recently, a piece of merchandise, I think it's like a Topps trading card, a limited edition.
Oh yes, this, yeah.
Yes, with a singular piece of apparently of a zipper off of Oscar Piastri's race suit that sold for four, 40K.
Forty
What
thousand
is your
dollars it's sold for. It is literally like the zip that goes up here. They've got a bit of it cut out, put it on the Topps card, and somebody's pulled out a pack and sold it for $40,000, which is a bit insane. Like
just a bit?
I get that that is a very cool piece of merchandise to have, but like it's like some people will buy like bits of rubber from a racetrack.
Yeah, when we
Those
just go about and
trading
pick it up and
cards,
shove it in my
yeah,
pockets.
go and pick up on trash. Look like a broom, just brush up like a whole like I don't know pound of it, you know. You'll get a life.
Exactly.
But yeah, no,
I
it's
think, again, it's a personal thought. I think that's just profiteering at its most extreme.
yeah,
Hmm.
has to be.
But then,
Um,
what's something worth? Something's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
I think when you
Um,
come to your mass marketed Formula One stores and stuff, that's slightly different. Your one-off pieces, they're worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. You
yeah, I
can
mean,
have all
especially
types
like
of numbers. Sorry, Aaron, go for it.
yeah, especially like the trading cards and that. I mean, all sports you get trading cards that are like you look at them and you think, how on earth is that selling for like $1 million or whatever, how much it
Hmm.
sells for? But
Hmm.
then it's really big to those fans and they will pay a lot for it.
Hmm.
So I
Yeah.
think trading cards, they
Yeah.
are cool things to have, but
Hmm.
then also if you want to have a really like exclusive thing, like a one in one, you're gonna have to dig deep in pockets to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You're very
think
lucky.
I think as well it depends on your country for stuff like that as well. Because I don't know if any of you ever heard of this guy on YouTube, Tyler Hoover. He's got a YouTube channel called Hoovy's Garage. And for talking sake, he had a Mercedes SLR McLaren, which is probably worth, to him, it was worth 500,000 because of what he'd done to it or everything that he'd sorted out on the vehicle. And it went to auction and it sold for 400K, whatever it was. And he was gutted. In this country, somebody goes on to WeBuyAnyCar.com and they say that's what it's worth. And that's what they pay. There's none of this. It's worth 500,000 because I've done this, 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 and this. It's like, nah, website says I can get it for that. Or I can go into Auto Trader and I can get it for that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's also, so it's kind of, I think it's also where you are in the world. It'd be interesting to go online, actually. I might go onto Amazon or one of these websites later on and make the website think I'm in America and see
Hmm.
if there's a difference in price between
Yeah.
buying a McLaren t-shirt here and buying a McLaren t-shirt in America to see if there's any
Mhm.
difference. Because
Yeah.
we're going on holiday in a couple of weeks, and a guy
Ooh,
has done a
fancy.
review. Sorry, it's just came up my screen there, 10 minutes left. Um, there's a guy online done a review on it, and he says, uh, I'll just pull it out. It's Mickey Mouse ears, right? So these Mickey Mouse ears in Disneyland, Hong Kong are $10. The same Mickey Disney ears in America are $50, but they're made in China. So it's a lot cheaper to, there's not
Mhm.
as much traveling cost, I suppose, but I can't see that much of an expense on a traveling cost
Yeah.
when you're shipping so many of them at the one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, money's always going to be a touchy subject in it when it comes to merch and how much things are worth and all that kind of
I
stuff.
guess end of the day, it depends on your preference, whether you're willing to spend X amount of money for merch. Because, I
Mhm.
mean, there are ways around spending a lot of money on merchandise. I mean, like, I know the touring cars, Quick Fit, um, to my experience, the last 2 years, I think they have given out free hats.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We got Dunlop hats the last couple of years, didn't we? Or was it Goodyear? Goodyear ones you said, aye,
Good years.
the white
Yeah.
ones. But there was nothing at this year's touring cars, or did I miss it?
There was nothing. We got LKQ Auto Parts umbrellas,
Umbrellas,
but
Yeah, I
it
yes.
mind them.
I'll be honest, I managed to get three of those, but only because I've got Ellie and Lewis. Ellie picked one up,
fair.
Lewis picked one up, so we've got three.
Yeah, that's fair. I think me and Chris got two.
Mm. And I think we've had stickers on that as well before, haven't we? Like Liqui Moly stickers. And in fact, I'll have a look. Liqui Moly.
Ass.
Yeah, there was Liqui Moly and 750, but I think that was a bike meet one.
Uh,
I think that was definitely a bike meet one.
yes, 'cause I think 750s only bikes. So, I'm sure you guys have heard of the website F1 Authentics, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Where, for those of you who don't know, it's basically they're selling genuine, authentic F1 merchandise, as in like race suits from the most recent one that comes to mind was K-Mag one, or
Hmm.
from Senna or whoever. They'll sell like tiny bits of bodywork as well. What is your opinion? I kind of follows on from the Oscar Piastri zipper thing. What is your guys' opinion on that? Should they really be selling them? Should the drivers keep them? Should it be put into a museum, especially when it
Yeah.
comes to older pieces like Senna or Prost, for example?
I think I'm gonna go back a few. I think this was 2023 or four. This happened. Fernando Alonso's side pod went up for sale. I want to say his Aston Martin one, and he put a bid on it himself because he wanted it. I remember he was at an event and he was talking about it, saying, "Oh yeah, this auction's done. I need to see if I've won my side pod." Because he put a bid on for it, and he did. But I suppose I think they should ask the driver first. You know, are you right for sale this, or do you want it? Um,
Mhm.
but there, Fernando, by the sound of things, didn't really get a choice. Yeah, he bought his own tripod, which I suppose is going to cost money at the end of the day. But I think it would be better to give the driver an option and then sell it if they don't want it.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm going to try and put a methodical head on, being the granddad of the group here. Uh, so these things that we're talking about, like your race suits, all that kind of stuff. Now, these drivers are sometimes wearing three different race suits a weekend. So when the weekend is done, what happens to the race suits? Do they get recycled or are they just binned? I know just from different places I've been, museums, Selfridges in London for talking's sake, they have race worn suits from different people. But at the moment, I'm not going to go into 26 yet, but there's 20 drivers wearing three suits each. That's a lot of race suits at the end of the weekend. Do they wear them? Do
Exactly.
they get washed and wear them again? I highly doubt it on that type of money. They probably wear a brand new one every single time. If any of the drivers want, if any of the drivers manage to listen to this podcast, you'd like to come on and explain to us what actually happens to them, that would be great. That's what I think happens to them. So doing what you're talking about, Amber. it's probably a good thing in a way because it's a type of recycling.
Hmm.
Um, I think some of the prices can be overflated, but again, it goes back to what I said before. It's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, from from my point of view, yes, it's a good thing because it cuts down on waste, and
Yeah.
something's got to happen to them. So why not?
Fair enough. Fair enough. On that sort of similar vein, I've already put it in our segment ideas, is around Goodwood Revival and Goodwood Festival Speed, talking about these cars that are years old, like for example, the first ever championship winning F1 car. What are these cars and the people in some cases? Is it worth parading them around when they potentially could be on their last legs and should probably belong in a museum?
Uh, I would say I honestly it's a bit of a good way to have because I mean Jim Clark's museum. I don't know if you guys have ever been. It is quite cool. I mean, they've got some of his old cars. They've got one that he won in 500 in there as well. They look cool in a museum. I think they look cooler moving. As long as they're maintained, and as long as we know like they're not gonna like just explode the second you start the engine.
I
I
think it
think
could be part of that, Aaron, that they're showing these things at Goodwood to prove that how well they were built in the first place.
yeah.
And they have been well maintained and they have been looked after, and they just want to put their work on show.
I see where you're coming from, but also I would like to point to Charles Leclerc at the historic Monaco
Oh
Grand Prix,
no. Right.
where he crashed Niki Lauda's championship winning car.
Can I just say, for the record, was that not some sort of failure in the car? And
I
not,
don't know.
I
I
think
don't
there
know.
was some sort of failure. I want to say there was a failure. The I don't want to say brakes, but I want to say brakes at the same time. Something failed on that, I'm pretty sure, and that's what caused him to crash. My main question is with that whole thing is why didn't he pull into the pit lane after it happened? I mean, that's my main question with it.
I haven't looked too much into the historic Monaco Grand Prix. All I know is
Mm.
that Charles Leclerc crashed a championship winning Ferrari and at his home race the
Yeah,
week before
that
his home race.
that is
There's Charles
something
not
that
coming on this.
the teams would have thought of that though, because it's drummed into us that motorsport is dangerous and things can happen. They
Mhm.
probably will put it down to a pure accident, and probably the team that are involved with the car have already rebuilt it. Well, they will have done by now. It will be
Mhm.
rebuilt. The only thing it loses is maybe a little bit of history of that mark there was from him, from when that car scraped along that water, something like that.
Mhm.
I mean, what's his name? Roman Grosjean. His
His car, yeah.
his car is sitting in a
Mhm.
museum in England. Well, the monocoque is sitting in a
Mhm.
museum in England. But
I
that I
still
think,
Yeah.
remember that crash quite vividly. Because I remember being like 9 years old watching on TV
oh
because
my
it
God,
was
was it that long ago?
Oh my God.
Only seems like
yeah.
yesterday.
I was 9 when it happened, and I remember it happening very vividly because I remember I saw it happen. I thought he was dead, and it just cuts to the image of him in the car, and
Yeah.
it's like what?
Yeah.
Like would
That was actually the crash that made the new rule for Formula One streaming. Whereas now you'll notice if there's a crash, the cameras don't dwell on the crash,
No
they
way.
disappear to do something else. Because when he was in the flames of that car, the producer and the director kept the cameras on that car. It was that crash that changed all the
Mhm.
yeah.
the
I
directing.
mean, I think you shouldn't. Yeah, I agree. We shouldn't have cameras on a car until you get the okay. Like the driver's, he's not seriously injured.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But that crash with Roman Grosjean and was it Yuki Tsunoda a couple of years ago when he flipped and landed on the catch fencing?
that was this year. Well, not this year, but this season just
Yeah.
gone.
Was it this season just gone?
Yeah,
Are you talking about Joe Guan Yu at Silverstone?
Joe Guan Yu at Silverstone. That was it.
yeah, that was 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one as
I was
well.
sat in that grandstand. I was bricking myself.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. That I would say that incident and seeing how well the marshals respond to it kind of made me want to become a marshal, but that's completely different. But yeah, it was Joe Guan Yu 2022 Silverstone first corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because George Russell, it wasn't George Russell's fault, but I remember
He
he
got
got
out to
involved
he got out
immediately,
to make sure he was
jumped
all
out,
right,
and I was
didn't he?
over. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
I'm sorry, but when you see a driver jump out of the car and start running towards the scene of the crash, that's when you know that it's not very good, not looking great. But I'm pretty sure Joe got out of that all right. What say?
I
Yes.
think he walked away from it, to be fair.
Yeah,
Well,
I think he just trapped in the car, considering it was wedged between the tyre barrier and the catch fence. But
But I
mm,
mean, when they actually got him out of the car, you
yeah,
might
yeah,
remember, did he walk to the medical car?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
There
goes to
was
show
three
you how
drivers
safe.
and yeah. There was three drivers involved, Joe Guan Yu, George Russell, and Alex Albon. Out of the three, Alex Albon had to be airlifted to hospital and he was completely fine.
Wow.
But and
oh,
he wasn't even the one that was trapped in between the barrier.
Mm.
was Albon the one? I want to say one of the Williams. It probably was Albon on second thought. It was a second sort of incident as well, where
Yes.
they go straight off into the wall, like head on,
Yeah.
because that was quite a sore impact on looks fence.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm going to, sorry, Aaron, but you're not going to remember this one. But
Might have seen it
um, you'll have seen it somewhere. It was Fernando Alonso in his McLaren.
in 2015 in testing.
I don't think it was testing, it was in the race, mate. And he actually came off at a corner and he landed sideways into the barrier and
Yes.
he just crawled out. He just crawled out the car. And I was like, wow.
Seen that. In what year? Sorry, 2015.
I think it was around about there. See, I don't know if you've seen the pictures I put on my TikTok from Selfridges with the was
Hmm.
it the MP412, I think it was. It was that style of that livery that he had. If
Oh,
you're watching on YouTube, I will insert a section of it. But yeah, he'd come round the corner. I don't know what had happened. He come round the corner. I think he'd hit something wrong, and he ended up like barrel rolling and going
oh, that
into the
was Kimi
side.
Räikkönen. I want to say, was that in Austria?
I don't know. I'll need to look it up. I
No,
just remember the images
I'll
of
just
the
yeah.
crash.
Um,
Mm,
I'm just going through random pins at this point.
yeah. What are these sort of big crashes in Formula One that you do remember, Aaron, just out of curiosity?
Um, right, let's go through this. So the ones that I remember as in watched live, the first sort of big incident I remember, it depends what you define as a big incident, to be fair. Like I remember vividly, my normal first F1 race was 2017 Quarter because I just watched Cars 3. Mom was like, "Yo, this guy Lewis Hamilton, he voice acted. You know, come watch F1 with me, Aaron." And that's how I got to F1. And 2017 Singapore Grand Prix, I remember it. With Verstappen, Raikkonen, and Vettel into turn one, and it all just chaos everywhere. Alonso gets thrown. As because it was Kimi couldn't go anywhere, had that. 2018 Canada as well, Brendan Hartley and Lance Stroll. If you remember that one. I remember that as well. Um, Leclerc at Belgium in 2018 as well. I suppose the first like big incident was probably Grosjean. I remember that, but the first one that
Mm,
like properly scared me was Lando after it because I remember like when I was 9 years old, I didn't really get the whole like seriousness of the crash when it happened. And then I remember 2021 Spa when Lando had the big crash at Eau Rouge when I was still supporting him. My parents were out, so it was me and my sister at home. I remember I was shouting so loud, my sister came downstairs. She thought we were being robbed or something. But no, that was a very scary one. But yeah, I've seen quite a
I
few.
suppose Spa and Eau Rouge Radio on that kind of session is very, very
Oh,
dangerous.
yeah, I hate to mention it. No, to be honest. The first big crash I would have seen live would be obviously F2 at Spa in 2019. That, that was the first big one.
Hmm.
Right,
But he's
guys, I'm going to show
not
you
great.
something.
All
I'm going
right.
to share my screen in a wee
Let's
minute.
see how
Ooh.
well this works.
Give me
See
a
if John
second.
breaks it.
I'm just waiting for that. We'll skip. No thanks. Let's go back to here. Sorry, I'm going to edit all this bit that I'm talking out. Uh,
Do
right,
this and that
so
and this and
share,
that.
advanced sharing up. How do you share your screen on this thing?
So you'll go down the bottom, you'll see this big green button called share. Click on that.
Uh, right,
It
I'm going
doesn't sound any worse.
to, hold on a wee second.
Oh, I've
Hey,
got
you
something.
did
Hold up.
it.
So what do you
Oh,
have?
I've just got
That Marshall fella started screen sharing.
Right, two
um
seconds.
currently I've just got a black screen. I mean, I'm not sure that. Oh no, I can see it now.
There we go.
Can you
Oh,
see it
The
now?
Alonso and
yeah.
Gutierrez.
No,
That's
I
the
Yes.
remember this
one.
now.
Let me see if I
Yeah,
can. So,
obviously I didn't see this live, but I remember this quite vividly.
so for everyone watching on YouTube, this is the crash between Alonso and Gutierrez in Australia 2026.
We do our own commentary.
2016.
Aye, 2016.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
Doesn't really get any better looking at it again. Keep in mind this was Haas's first ever Grand Prix as well.
You can see Alonso's car.
Um,
There's
Haas,
Destroyed.
there's Alonso up there. Just gets out.
Oh,
yeah. I remember he said something on the lines of, "I knew my mum was watching on TV, so the camera gets absolutely assassinated." That was an absolute crime to the camera there
yeah.
for Michael. And yeah, this shot always sort of surprises me. I
Oh,
mean,
yes. I remember was it Sky Sports a couple of years ago used this and a couple of others in it was their Merry Christmas or Season's Greetings thing. So I
yeah,
just
no, I think I
remember,
remember this.
yeah, I remember they used the Hamilton Verstappen cops crash as well.
Mm.
Oh
Just as a
yeah,
season's greeting. I'm like,
yeah. When Verstappen gets sent to the Shadow Realm, and it's just Merry Christmas.
exactly.
It's like, so I'm not sure what else guys
Like,
thought. But
well, someone didn't think that through, did they?
somebody's a Hamilton fan. I mean,
Clearly.
yeah. I
But
think
that,
the idea behind it was more just iconic sort of moments in the last few years, which
Mm.
I
yeah,
understand, but probably do that as more like Abu Dhabi 2021 turn five, they're taking the final lap. Probably be better than
or podium ceremony or crossing the finish line or
Lando came on.
anything else.
Hear me out. The best thing they could have used, right, was Lando Norris coming onto the podium as world champion.
Amber's not going to talk to you now.
Yeah, it was
Deserving
nice to
world
know you,
champion.
Aaron.
Yeah. And just on the question that you asked, Amber, so that one, the McLaren one, also there's another two that stick in my head, and one of the other ones is Mark Webber. Can't remember the circuit, can't remember what race it was, but he's coming down and he
Oh, Spectre and Valencia.
hit the
Yeah.
back wheel of somebody, and he just flipped and just
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He does have a tendency for flying, doesn't he?
Mhm. And the last one was, I think it was a Toro Rosso at one point, and again, it's coming down the straight, and the front wing just collapses, and the
Oh,
the,
Yes.
the driver had absolutely no control over the car. It's just you see it coming straight, and it's coming straight down, and it just goes dumph, and that's it. It's just into the side.
I
Mhm.
want to say that's Sebastian Buemi in China.
Could be,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, because the front suspension just went as well, didn't it?
Hmm.
And he
Mhm.
just tried to steer it away with no front suspension on it, and it's
Yeah.
rewatching it, it's quite funny just to see him try to stay right. It says no real turning at all in the car.
But Sebastian Buemi has had his fair share of incidents, not just in F1, but also in Formula E, where he races now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
yesterday where he just went straight on.
yeah,
Um,
leading
that
the
was,
race. He did a Lando Norris bottle,
alright,
where
come
he was.
on.
Hey, you're allowed to get your digs, I'm allowed to get my digs. Where he was on pole position and just As soon as he got to turn one, just forgot to turn by the looks of things.
I mean, the worst bottle I've seen on the starting grid is probably Oscar Piastri in Azerbaijan in 2025.
Okay,
I mean, that's all I'm saying.
nice one. Well, do you know what, guys? We have another hour
Yes.
episode easily today.
Yes. And before Amber ends up punching your co-host,
Yes. So I'm going to say thank you to everyone that's listened to this podcast. There will be another one coming next week. He says, hopefully. We'll see how we get on. But no, thanks to everyone for listening to this podcast, and thanks to Amber, and thanks to that. There we go. And thanks to the cadet marshal.
Hey, oh, I'm here still.
We will be back with more podcasts. Again, as always, guys, we've kind of, as always, went a little bit off topic, but we've gave you a really, really, really interesting podcast to listen to. Thanks very much for listening again, and we'll see you next time.